I'm pleased that I am able to meet President Trump so early in his administration.
Prime Minister!
We will be out around the world with the EU, America and other countries negotiating good free trade deals for this country that will bring prosperity to this country. They can't speak for themselves. They'll never speak for Britain.
Thank you all very much. Thank you. Recently, we have had challenges that we really should have taken care of a long time ago, like North Korea, Iran, Afghanistan, ISIS, and the revisionist powers that threaten our interests all around the world. You guys know what this represents?
Tell us, sir.
Maybe it's the calm before the storm.
What's the storm?
Could be the calm before the storm. We have the world's great military people in this room, I will tell you that. And we'll have a great evening.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
Divers were out in Puget Sound waters today to see if they can help solve a mystery. Scientists are trying to figure out what's causing one species of starfish to die in this area and in the waters off Canada. King 5's Amy Marino has more on their search for answers.
going to both look for healthy and potentially diseased sea stars.
Divers from the Seattle Aquarium are on the hunt.
It's got some sea stars that look like they're melting on the bottom.
The same thing is happening in the waters near Canada, and they want to know why. The cause could be environmental or perhaps driven by disease.
So we often think viral when we think of sea star disease, but at this time we don't have a good idea of what's causing this, so we're going to look for everything.
Just a few weeks ago, the populations in Puget Sound waters looked healthy. Today, as they resurface, we find out the news is not good.
There are a lot of melting sea stars out there.
They estimate close to half appear to be sick or dying.
There would be an apparently healthy animal in really close proximity to a sick animal. No concentration of sick ones and concentration of good ones.
The picture becomes more serious when the bags are opened inside the lab.
This animal is a classic appearance of the melting sea star.
The samples will go to Cornell University and another lab in New York where samples from Canada are already being analyzed.
It's concerning. It's concerning, and it's concerning to hear that in a short time period of under a week, we're seeing roughly 60% of this species diseased in this area.
So far, it's only impacting the sunflower species of sea star. But biologists say it's a delicate balance in these waters, and when one species is hurting, it threatens to impact the entire ecosystem.
A remote control robot's gone where it's simply too dangerous for humans to go. And this is what it uncovered inside one of the reactors of Japan's crippled Fukushima Daiichi nuclear plant. It's a stream of highly radioactive water in one of the buildings. The video was released by the Tokyo Electric Power Company, or TEPCO. The stream of water flowing across the floor runs into the building's basement from number 3 reactor. That's one of the reactors that melted down in the aftermath of Japan's 2011 earthquake and tsunami. The water was found to have high levels of radioactive cesium and cobalt. The levels were far higher than what's allowed to be dumped into the ocean, but TEPCO says none of this water has leaked out of the building itself. TEPCO and Japanese media have said there's a chance the water is flowing from holes in the reactor itself, which has melted fuel rods in it. They don't know how much water's leaked out, nor when the leak itself began.